My husband does not fly. He does now because he doesn't want our daughter to grow up thinking he's some Don Knotts character. But when we were first married, he did not fly. So for our honeymoon, we booked a cruise to Bermuda because the cruise left from New York. Honeymoons. For some couples, it's the principle of their relationship. For others, let's just say they're lucky enough to get out alive. My honeymoon, or a supposedly fun thing I'll never do again, by Tina Fey. As we board, there are guys playing steel drums and handing you drinks. Now they don't ask you if you're a recovering alcoholic or if you're on any medications that might react negatively to the alcohol. It's a maritime law. You get a drink without asking. After a brief monster drill where no one pays attention to where the lifeboat situation is, the fun begins. Sorry. We have a little balcony with a room. There's a pool, kinda. It's more like a splashing kiddie pool, and if you get in it, you feel like you're taking a bath with strangers. There's fun activities hosted by our cruise director, who calls himself Dan the Party Man, who recently replaced Pete the Party Meat, who died of a brain tumor. No, that's a joke. Okay. Oh, but the desserts. Okay, the desserts, they're not too good. They don't taste very good at all. But I'm not so much drawn by their beauty, more by their unlimited qualities. On day 3, I'm very excited to attend our special outing. We're going to get off the boat early in Bermuda, where we'll be taking around the island to a special secluded beach. There we will swim, and then we'll be brought back to the ship by a party boat. Sounds great, right? That's what I thought too. So we wait at our designated pickup point at 8:30 a.m. No one shows up. The bike trip was yesterday. In all my excitement, I overlook it and I forget the time. I cry. I cry like a 3-year-old who just wants to take her toy cash register into the bathtub. Once my island bike drinks are dashed, I lean hard into the food. On the last night of our cruise, my husband, who for legal reasons I call Lee, is wearing a suit made for him by a Portuguese tailor in Pennsylvania. I, on the other hand, am wearing a dress frosted on me by an aggressive Russian woman on the upper west point of Manhattan. After dinner, we settle into the ship's theater to enjoy an 11 o'clock performance. The house is packed. Suddenly, we hear 3 bells. Bing, bing, bing! Instead of Dan the Party Man, it's a woman's voice. Bravo, bravo, bravo! She pants. Main engine, starboard side! Bravo, bravo, bravo! Within 3 seconds, the bells are back on. Oh, thank God. It's our Greek captain. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Greek captain speaking. Please proceed to your muster stations. This is not what I wanted to hear him say. But, we make our way to our muster station slowly but painfully through the completely full theater. Everyone is quiet. Which is worse? It's scary when a group of people knowing not to joke around in this situation. Another voice comes on the PA. Please remain calm and proceed to your muster stations. Now the German half of me is thinking, shove the old people and infirm. If they're strong enough to resist you, they deserve to live. And the Greek half of me wants to go yell at our Greek captain. I do neither and proceed obediently. We stop at our cabin along the way to change into my sneakers. I have a strong urge to lie down and pretend this is not happening. Like the old couple in Titanic. Yeah, this is how I wanted to go. Ice cold water spooning my body and me willing my body to nap. We should hurry, Lee says. So we head to our muster stations gratefully that we went to the drill. Women and children are in the front, men in the back. Yeah, they still do that. There's the drunk man next door who's standing in the women and children section. And a completely terrified woman yells, says, "Sir, please be quiet." He sways and he sways and he says, "Shut up." Now this is funny, not because of the situation, but because we might just die in 30 minutes. Dan the Deathman comes on PA saying, "Thanks to the excellent work of the firefighters, the fire is out." Some crew members come around with coolers and drinks, and a nearby woman takes a soda and hands it back saying, "Do you have a diet?" Now if God had a sense of humor, the ship would have blew up then. In the morning, my husband, who for legal reasons I now call Barry, wakes me up and says they're turning back to Bermuda. Uh-oh, they must be turning back to Bermuda to fly us home. Lee's face shrinks with worry. While most people are still sleeping, I find the infirmary and get 2 pills. One for the plane ride, and the other one for when I tell him he's right. We're being put on a plane. The crew tries to downplay the seriousness of the night before. Guys are back playing the steel drums by the pool, but the music is really creepy. You know, like the children in horror movies? Or when guys play steel drums when 12 hours ago the ship almost sank? Yeah. As the ship pulls in, there are local women and children cheering us in. There's nothing that gives you a flashback that a bunch of strangers are surprised that you're not dead. They put us on a chartered flight back to New York. Now, if you've never been on a chartered flight with a bunch of people who are traumatized of flying and who have been traumatized in the last 12 hours, I recommend it more than the cruise. It's pretty funny. We made it home shaken but tan. About a week later, we get an apology letter in the mail offering us a free cruise. Now, I'm pretty sure the only people who took that cruise were the drunk guy next door and the weirdos from table 20. But I shall never cruise again. That's what flying's for. What were you thinking when we were holding hands diagonally? I asked Jeff. I was thinking, it's going to be hard for you not to get on the lifeboat and stay with me. Well, I decided not to start my marriage out with a lie. So I say, really? Because I was thinking, it's going to be hard for you when I get on that boat and leave you behind. He laughs, and we start our marriage life.